10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 pucks given.
And he manages to get it wide to Jacob Minter. Yeah, good job with the shot, and the Slough Jets have taken the lead on the power play with 23 Russell with the shot cross goal. No need for the save from Lorde, and Campbell finds himself in, and it is 3-1 to the Chelsea Chieftains. They have him.
0 pucks given.
Hello and welcome to Zero Pucks Given, the UK Ice Hockey Podcast. We're in partnership with the Hockey Art Co, hockey clothing for hockey people, worn by the best and hated by the rest. Listeners to Zero Pucks Given get a 10% discount off of everything site-wide at hockeyartclothing.co.uk. Just use the code ZP10. The band, jerseys and the Razor range are my favourites on there. We're also in partnership with Bob. Welcome to Bob, the man's reusable, refillable and subscriptionable showering tool, the most innovative invention in male showering in quite some time. We're still waiting for a few details to come through from Bob, but for the time being, jump onto their social media and see what it's all about. We're also on the Sports Social Podcast Network, the largest sport podcast network in Europe, now boasting over 600 podcasts from more than 25 different sports, and we're delighted that ZPG is a part of it. We are, of course, the UK's #1 ice hockey podcast, and last year we were awarded the Bronze Award in the Sports Podcast Awards as well. Maybe this year we can go for the gold. So we have now come to the final episode of the Britton Division previews. We're dropping 8 episodes all in one day. It's going to total up just over 4 hours worth of content, and this one is absolutely worth waiting for. Or if you've just come here to listen to the Swindon one, then you're very welcome, because we're heading up the M4 to the Link Centre and we're going to chat Swindon Wildcats 2. And there's no one better to chat Swindon Wildcats 2 with us. This man is all across ice hockey in Swindon. Welcome to Casey Gallagher. How you doing, mate?
Hello, I'm very good, thanks, Ben. Thanks for having me.
You are very welcome. Your name is one that anyone that does any kind of social media with regards to ice hockey would have seen. You're all over it with the Swindon group, with the NIHL group. You normally pop up in the chat on banners on the wall on a Wednesday night as well.
Yep.
It's a labour of love, isn't it, mate? Just being this involved in it.
But yeah, I just love the sport, love talking hockey. Yeah, it's just, if I can, anywhere I can talk, I'll be there.
Absolutely. Well, I say that people that have been listening to these previews and stuff, they might have listened to right the way through. I was looking forward to doing this one because I've said across all these other previews that Streatham have had the best summer. I think they've recruited the best.
Yep.
But if I think there's going to be a surprise package this year, it's going to be Swindon for me.
I have to agree. We had really good season last year. I think we've done a bit more recruiting in terms of bringing 2 new guys in. And obviously a lot of the players are now used to the league. They know what to do. They know what to look out for and stuff. So I think all that will gel together. We'll do really well.
Well, I mean, I love the way that they kind of do the announcements on it as well. Because like last year, Swindon took a really unusual step and they announced the entire roster all in one go.
Yes.
You know, it's just a dream for some fans. Some fans like the tension of waiting.
Yep.
What's going to be. But the retentions of Ben Clark-Leach, particularly in goal, such a good year last year.
Yep, massive.
Up with the experience of Brett Massey, although Brett was injured for first part of the season. Keeping him and keeping that core of last season's team, and then the additions of people like Jake Williams, who had such a good year with Oxford, considering they had a really bad year last year.
Yep.
I mean, as I said, I think they're going to be the dark horse this year, and I think it was what happened last year that really sets that up. So,
yep.
But from their first year, and obviously I know Swindon fans were excited when Ken came on the podcast at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That episode with Ken, that's almost something to me, because Ken's like a salesman, isn't he? And he's sold it.
He is.
Swindon are going to be good this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the whole recruitment this year been great. Again, like I said, most of it's the same guys coming back with the 2 additions, but just now we're doing it as one, like individually. You're seeing these names, you're like, yeah, we have some great talent in Swindon. Like the youth setup is great as well. So they're moving up, getting their foot in senior hockey, and then just seeing how, okay, this guy was going to be good here, guy's going to be good there, and then hopefully not so long they'll be up in the national. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's
Amazing.
something that Ken spoke about, is that the
Yeah.
outside of Sheffield, Swindon has probably got the clearest pathway
Yes.
from
Yes.
junior all the way up to the National League.
Hmm.
And who knows, perhaps with some restructures maybe in the future, Swindon could possibly have a team across every league in the British ice hockey setup.
That'd be great. Yeah.
But from last season, like the Link Centre, I don't know whether it didn't really have the home field, because the Swindon Wildcats too, obviously, for people that may not be aware, the year before were playing in the NIHL 2, and they had to pull out really early in the season because of a flood.
Yep.
At the Link Centre, the Wildcats in the National League, they played their home games at Bristol, and were flying all over the place. So for these guys to come back in now, this nucleus of this squad to come together, you made that place like the most frightening place to go on a Sunday night.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a few games in particular, but one of them was the Slough game I think near the end of the season. Yeah, and you could hear the fans. They were moaning at Slough. Oh, come on, we can do this. You can see the players getting a bit frustrated that they're not maybe making enough chances. And I'm just there like, yeah, we've done really well to make this such a fortress. And even when Streatham came, we lost 5-1. To lose 5-1 against Streatham side in your own barn, I'd take that. That's solid. And then the same with the National League side as well. Over the years, we've made that proper fortress. So I just think Swindon as a whole is just such a tricky place to play.
I think, to my memory, that Streatham game was 1-1 with about 10 minutes to go.
I believe so, yeah. Just bonkers.
Yeah.
But
Obviously, say you scared the shit out of Slough there, scared the shit out of Chelmsford there, and then took a really good win against Invicta when they
we
had
did, yep.
weekend, because they went Cardiff to Swindon on a road weekend.
Mhm.
And I think with the additions to the squad, because like I say, we said off air, there's not really been that many that have moved on.
Nope.
Brett Massey has retired. Wish Brett all the best in what he moves on to next. I know he's had some injury problems, so that may well have sort of put towards that. But keeping the likes of Ben Neversell, keeping the likes of Cal Forshee, and then the youngsters like Cal, Josh Bennett,
Yep.
Alfie Goddard as well. What a start
Oh,
that kid had when he got in.
I'm looking forward to seeing him next season or this coming season. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Brilliant.
when he made his debut, Muzza sent me a little voice message, like not his coach's thoughts, but a separate one, saying that kid is mustard.
Yeah. Yeah. What is 4 points in his first game?
Yeah, absolutely.
He looked so confident as well. I was like, whoa, I've seen his youth stats. I'm like, yeah, okay, he'll be good. And then he plays on like, no, he is like, yeah, he's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not just the really young ones that are good. Obviously, Jake Williams, 24, had a great season with Oxford. That's a really good addition, because he can slot in on any one of the top three lines, and he'll get points.
You will, yeah. I didn't see. Well, I paid some attention to Oxford, not as much as maybe I should have, or definitely should have now. So yeah, it'd be great to see what Jake can do, and yeah, it'd be fun.
And you've got this like incredible, unique thing that I can't seem to find any other team in the country that has so many family connections. Obviously, with Ken as the
Yep.
coach, and you've got Cal and Oscar on the team.
Hmm.
Got Jan Costal Jr., Jan Costal Senior, both in the playing roster. Ethan Taylor and Shannon Taylor, both in the playing roster.
Yep.
And there was times last year where both Jans scored in the one game, which I don't think that's ever happened anywhere.
No, no. I just think for the whole Swindon, as a whole, it's just such a big family-run organization. You've got the Nows who do amazing work, just not just giving us a team, but everything involved and all of that. So I think it just starts from them really, and then just carries on down, because you still see Darryl Lipsy walking around the rink. Obviously, Dylan's playing for the Cats, Mason's at Bristol, boo. But it's got a good, really big family connection, and yes, it's great.
And for those that are not aware of the National League, Steve Nell is like Vince McMahon, but for British hockey.
It's
He's owner of Swindon, I think part owner of Leeds and part owner of Basingstoke as well. So
Yep,
certainly the big man in the National League.
he is great guy as well. Spoke to him a few times. He's lovely.
I've not met him actually. I've seen
No.
him he's done with Anthony Taylor over on Banners on the Wall. You know, any man like that having that much of an influence in British hockey is only a good thing,
Hmm.
because I'm sure there's never any sort of conflicts of interest. You know, you've got an extra nil Classico this year as well, when
Yes,
Basingstoke will play Leeds and Swindon. So yeah, it's
that'll be fun.
yeah, it
Yeah.
does make it fun and exciting.
Yes.
With the Wildcats too,
Hmm.
I don't think there's this they're not looked down on from the National League side, are they? I think if the fans aren't travelling with the National League, they'll come and watch the NHL one side. And
Yes.
I'd heard fans and even the boys at Macca's talk, which, in all honesty, I've never been keen on their opinions of our league. I've always thought they've kind of looked down on it a little bit.
Mm.
And when they went to watch the Wildcats 2 for the first time, they all mentioned how they were pleasantly surprised at the standard.
Yep.
Um, I don't think they need to be pleasantly surprised. It is a really good standard of hockey.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it was a lot different, but we were in that league not so long ago, and it was good. You know, you had Invicta there. You know, we know what they're about. They're good side now. So yeah, everyone knows how good Streatham are. I mean, they were in the league as well. So you've got all these big teams that people know about. So just, come down. It's going to be great hockey. Why not? Give it a go.
You could, I mean, if you don't fancy the travelling, because let's be honest, as a National League fan, the travelling is extensive. You know,
Hmm.
if you just fancy a whole weekend of hockey at Swindon, you're going to have
Yep.
two really good quality games on over a weekend at least.
I think the last season we had two back-to-back home games because the National League side was up in Scotland. So it was just great. It was a great advocate to come watch the twos, see what they're about, and
Yeah.
loads came down. It was great.
But I mean, looking into moving into this season, then we'll obviously last year you finished seventh, made the playoffs.
Yep.
When you finish seventh or eighth, it's always going to be difficult in the playoffs because you are playing, the league champions or the runners up. So you ran into Streatham in the playoff quarterfinals, which
Hmm.
obviously went the way of Streatham, who eventually made the final. But is that something now that there's only 8 teams in the league? Surely Ken's looking at it and saying we need to be looking up. We need to be looking
Yeah.
to possibly fifth, maybe even fourth.
Mm. As I was thinking, I'm not sure what the playoff system is this year. I don't know if it's all the 8 go up or it's just the 6. Hopefully the 6. But
Well, I was hoping, because last year it was rumored that the Britton Division, because all the leagues were offered a number of playoff solutions, and they were,
right.
you pick the one that works best for you.
Hmm.
Britain Division picked to go top 6, qualify into 2 groups of 3. Everyone plays
Hmm.
once, and then you get the 2 semi-finalists, and then the finalists that would go to Sheffield. I think that because of ice time, that was pulled relatively quickly.
Hmm.
But I thought this year was a really good opportunity to go back to that.
Yeah.
I mean, in mind, we only have the 8 teams, but it is going to
Yeah.
be all 8 teams qualify.
Yeah. I think, regardless, though, I think we need to look at going quite high up in mid-table. I'd say I don't see why we can't go fifth, fourth either. We played really well against both Invicta and Solent. Yeah, they got the better of us in the series overall, but the 2 final games played against them, we showed that we can compete. Bring in, the changes. We've had a few changes. And I think we can look at them and go into all the games they're going, yeah, we could win this. Maybe not favourites, but I think we could certainly win those games.
Mm.
And then you look at, Romford and Cardiff, and with respect to them, I think we've got we should have their number in all the games really. Romford, we did really well last year. Both teams went back and forth. Was it we won 2, they won 2. But I think this year we can win all 4 against them and move ourselves up the table.
Well, I mean, Romford are kind of coming in, having lost a lot of players over the summer.
Hmm.
Yeah, they've got some new additions. They've got a new coach,
Yep.
of course, as well, because Jason Buckman has stepped up to the Raiders. Ethan James has come in as head coach there, so they're kind of starting fresh.
Yeah.
So they're an unknown quantity really, because they've had a lot of additions. They have kept a few, but they've lost
Yep.
likes of Luca Pascali, Elliot Dervish, big players for them.
Yep.
So I think I would imagine then that Ken, the way that Ken works, we had a great chat when he was on here last year, that he'd kind of look at Chelmsford, Slough, Streatham and say,
Hmm.
let's make it difficult.
Yeah, indeed.
Games. Let's be hard to beat. We may nick something, but let's be hard to beat. But then
Mm.
the rest of the league I think he's got to say we need to be forceful,
Oh, 100%, yeah.
points off them. And at the end of the day, if you go through that league not beating Chelmsford, Slough, and Streatham, but beating everyone else, you're going to finish fourth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So definitely possible. I think going back to Romford, yeah, they have the National League side. We've got a National League side. So, and then the twos on both sides, they're there to bring up the next generation. So I think in like a friendly way, it's good to try and beat them all the time. Just be like, we're the better like development side. Oh no, you're the better development side. I think that would be a nice little battle with us, regardless how it goes. It would just be a nice little friendly competition in that sense.
Absolutely, it's a very non-geographical rivalry, but
Oh yeah,
certainly is a good rivalry.
yeah, fun.
I mean, just looking through your fixtures now. I mean, to be fair, I've looked at these fixtures so much now that Swindon doesn't even look like a real word anymore. It looks spelt wrong. But it's the look at the fixtures. You've got an incredibly busy November and January, a little bit lighter in December. So I think you've got a chance to kind of hit the ground running in the league. Although you've got
Mhm.
a relatively tough start, Solent at home and then a trip to Chelmsford.
Yep.
Chelmsford visiting you at the Link Centre. I beg your pardon, on 21st of September. And then you got that trip to Cardiff, and then a 4-game October, and then it's a massive November with some real tough games.
hmm to be honest with you, I haven't really looked at the fixture yet. So I like going in a bit blind
Oh, right.
so I can see, okay, we're playing against this. And when it gets properly into it, we need to beat these guys, probably need to beat these guys. But yeah, I like to see what happens to start off with, not putting much pressure in like the first, September, October, just let that chill.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then after that, just
December is quiet.
yeah.
You've got a weekend where you travel to Romford on a Saturday and then welcome Slough on the Sunday in the first weekend of December. The following weekend, you have a visit of Solent on the 14th, and then that's it till the 4th of January. But then there are no days off.
Yeah.
You know, out to Invicta on the 4th, home to Streatham on the 11th, out to Cardiff on the 18th, down to Solent on the 24th, home to Chelmsford on the 25th, and then down to Slough on the 31st. So, a really tough January.
That is tough, yeah. Glad I'm not a player. You can just sit and watch. But yeah, that's crazy.
Well, hopefully, the sort of the quiet December will mean that everyone will be raring to go from the first.
Indeed, yeah. And
Uh,
with it being quiet, you need to take, much opportunity as you can to just try and beat those guys really. You got fresher legs overall.
yeah, because of the roster that you've got, you've got opportunities to move it around, haven't you? And
hmm
some
Yep.
diversity in the lines and give guys a rest if they need it.
Indeed, yeah. I think hopefully as well, again, I haven't really looked at the up and coming players in the under 19s, it would be now. But, hopefully we do the same as we did last year. Once they turn 16, bring them up. Whether they stay for the whole season, that's a different story. Just give them a go and then rest some of the other guys and go from there. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So what for the first home game then, which is this coming Saturday
Yep.
at the Lick Centre, the visit of the Solent Devils. Really established team at this level.
hmm
How do you think that Ken approaches that game on Saturday?
Good question. I say do what we're known for at the Links and just play a hard game. Make it difficult for them, push them out, just make sure they just don't attack. Because when we won against them, it was in the shootout. Not shootout, it was in overtime. Sorry. So I think just try and take it as much as you can to maybe overtime. Not ideal, obviously, but to just start off, do that, and then go from there. Bit tricky though, really. I'm not really. That's a good question.
Yeah, well, there's no challenge games
No, that is an interesting one. Yeah.
for Swindon, and I mean Solent are playing on the Saturday, but
hmm
they're just playing against the Solent Devils 2 side, so perhaps
Yeah.
massively competitive
No.
pre fixture, but certainly a stretch of the legs.
Yeah, and that's something obviously we won't be having when we go into the game. So I think we just need to, like I said, just do what we're known for, but maybe don't put too much pressure on. Kind of treat it as a preseason, I guess. But yeah, tricky one.
Although no challenge fixtures, something that Swindon do that I can't see any other club in the league that does. You have like early morning skills sessions and stuff that the players come and get involved in.
Yeah, I have heard about those. Yeah, which is pretty mad.
So I mean, if the guys are getting ice time that way,
Yeah,
a little bit of a
good
skills
point. Yeah,
maybe a bit of shinny in there as well to have a little bit,
Mhm.
sort of competitive play. I think that's
Yep.
their hands really well. But it's also a kind of case of Solent are going in blind. They don't know what to expect from Swindon,
Nope.
so that could play into your own hands, really.
Mm. Yeah. Exciting times. Only a few more nights to go, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, the countdown is well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I say if people are listening to this now, it's Friday, so we're
Yeah.
really close now. We're literally touching distance away from the season starting.
Well, it'd be game day for the National League side, so I've got the bug when I'll be watching up. Oh, I'll be here in like 2 days' time to watch the twos. So, yeah.
Oh wow! So the Wildcats start on Friday night, do they?
Yeah, they do. It was going to be in Basingstoke, but with the rink not being ready, they've moved to Swindon. So yeah, we have what three home games in one weekend, which is going to be fun. Or for me, home games, but yeah,
Yeah,
be
cool. What
great.
what would you expect out of the Wildcat side of the National League this year?
Hmm. So, well, silverware, that's a given. But it's going to be a really tight year. You see, opposite we brought in four. Yeah, there's now four import from import league. So you're bringing all these new guys in, and all their CVs look flipping amazing. So it's yes, we should be up there. We should be top two. We've been top three for a while now. Let's move up a bit more, but it's easier said than done. Just looking at the rosters, we have a few really difficult games, but yeah, it'll be fun. Silverware though, that's the main thing.
It is a very tough league. It was a very tight league last year.
Yep.
Even I mean, I don't watch a great deal of National League, but it captured my imagination what was going on between Milton Keynes and Leeds, and obviously Romford making the cup final, which was terrific.
Yep. Yeah. Great.
Uh,
Yep.
and the playoff weekend at Coventry is always. I haven't managed to go there personally yet, but I always try and catch it on the telly.
No, I haven't either, and that's always been 10 years. So yeah,
Really?
yeah. I always end up going on like family holidays during that time. So like, fair enough, but
I need to start being a bit more careful about what goes on in April because I already know that I'm not going to make the Steel City Showdown in April this year.
yeah, I want to get to that as well. Commentary that and the women's as well in Sheffield. That'll be great.
I am going to be at the women's in Sheffield because
Nice.
I can't make the Steel City Showdown. I said
Yep.
one of them, so I'll go to the women's. I've spoke to Adam Mackman. Hopefully, I can join him on comms for a couple of the
Yep. Cool. Cool.
fantastic weekend.
Yeah.
Women's hockey in Swindon. What goes on much there?
We've got D1 side, the Top Cats. They're a very good side. They keep narrowly missing promotion. Really annoying. But each year we get closer and closer.
Twice in that relegation promotion game
Hmm.
because when I spoke to Henry Stalins, I said that I know a lot of the clubs and a lot of the fans are not keen on promotion relegation in hockey.
Yep.
But that the way they do it in the women's league, where the team that finishes bottom of the league and the top of the D1 have that game is quality.
Oh, yeah,
Much tension in that game at the playoff final weekend.
yeah. And it's just the idea as well. We've got Streatham Bees, and Cambridge Kodiaks. They're moving up, and the Kodiaks, they're going to be a solid side. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people saying they could even potentially get the promotion as well, beat Swindon. So, yeah, that would be interesting to see and pretty crazy. But
They're into this will be their third season now, and at the Kodiaks, and
yep,
Captain Christina Ashley will be on with me a little bit later this season. They
cool, cool.
came on right when the club started with George Alley, and I had Claire Ledbury on last year as well from the Kodiaks. I think they've actually only lost one league game in their 2 years, which is astonishing.
Yeah, mental.
They
It's crazy.
and then the season just gone, they won the playoffs, but the year before that, they lost an incredible game to the Caledonia Steel Queens, who had also gone unbeaten in
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
yeah. So I think women's hockey in this country is flying
Oh,
really.
it's great. Yeah, and just going to the games as well. No, I mean, when you first go, oh, come watch women's hockey, I think people are a bit like, "Oh, okay, yeah, all right." But when you go there, like, this is great. We're trying to promote it a lot more on the supporters page. So I'm the moderator on there, so I try my hardest to promote all three sides equally. Easier said than done, but yeah, it's just seeing all the fans like the post going, "Oh, this is different. I'm gonna check this out," and it's just great to see. See.
Thanks for approving all my posts in the Swindon page.
That's fine. Second I see it, I'm like, yep, I'm proving this.
Well, I
Yeah.
think with the women, I say me and Henry spoke about this briefly when he was on. I think once similar with the football, obviously when the women won the Euros for England, the women's football took a massive boost.
Hmm.
I think in 4 years we could see the GB women qualify for the Olympics.
Yep.
And I think
Yep.
women's hockey in this country will get a massive, massive boost.
Yep. I mean, we've got big players at Swindon. You know, Joe Scott Russell, Ali Wallace, Lily Endicott. You know, they're all in that GB side.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, it's great.
They managed to keep Lily this year at Top Cats.
Well, I'm not sure, but we had a last few seasons. That's the coach.
Same,
Just saying, I'm not sure, but same with Ellie as well. I'm not sure if I think she's signed with the Queen Bees though.
yeah,
So I'm hoping goes back on that two-way. So yeah,
Lily's a fantastic player. She's so good to watch.
it's
But it's clearly very much in the blood, isn't it? Obviously with her dad and with her brother as well playing at Leeds.
yep,
But yeah, there's terrific British players, like you say, and Swindon, beg your pardon, are actually putting their fair share in there to that GB setup.
yep.
Excellent, mate. Well, I'll tell you what, you've got a hell of a weekend coming up. I'm actually excited for you.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Going to be fun.
Thank you so much for giving up some of your time to be on ZPG. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank you very much.
all the work you do on social media to promote hockey.
Thank you.
I know exactly how much time it takes because I do some of them myself. So I really appreciate everything you do, man. Thank you for being a part of the podcast.
Thank you very much, Ben. Much appreciated.